while being whole, who makes me enjoy a sense of individuality. Enjoy if I understand the whole. To that, Lord, my salutation. If I look at the Ishvara through this body, through this mind, through this world, Ishvara is the cause, the order, the predictability of anything I see. All that is Ishvara. When I look at the world, I don't look just at the world. With this understanding, I'm aware of what makes the world the world. What makes fire, fire. What makes light, light. What makes hearing, hearing. What makes an emotion what it is. All of it is Ishvara. It's not just that much. If I disregard the world, or if I say what is always, whether the world is or not, that is the Lakshana, the Swarupa of Ishvara. Dikkala, anavacchinnam. One who is not divided by time and space. One in whose presence time and space become known to me. Dikkaladhyanavachinna ananta chinmatra murtaye. Anantam means endless, limitless. Nothing is excluded. Cannot be another object that I see. Cannot be anything that comes and goes. What comes and goes is limited in time. What appears in space is limited in space. What's recognized by a given characteristic is limited by that very characteristic. The truth has to include everything. Because there is only one truth, it has to include everything. And that truth is not something I will find by looking out. It's not something that I will find by looking in. It's not created. It just is. That is Anantam. Waiting, if I can say, to be recognized by one who doesn't recognize it. Nothing to be done. Available as Aham, Aham, shining all the time, evident. Evident in waking, evident in dream, present in sleep, becomes evident on waking. Ananta chinmatra murtaye. And how do I recognize it, this truth? Swanubhutye kamanaya. There's only one way to know this truth completely, as oneself. Swa-anubhuti, just as one whole. I, not the I who comes and goes as the waker, dreamer, sleeper. Not the I who identifies with the body, but the I who understands Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. whatever is in this universe, whatever is available for objectification, is nothing but this one truth. To that Lord who is intimately available as my very self, who is self-evident, self-existent, who is present, recognizable in every experience. I don't need a special experience to know the Lord. Every experience is a window to this Lord. To that Lord, Namaha, Shantaya Tejase. To that shining reality, which is in the form of my very contentment, Shanti, non-demandingness. To that Ishvara, I offer my salutation. In the recognition of Ishvara, I can let everything be. Everything is in its own space. Can I let everything be in its own space? Galaxies are in their own space. I let them be. I let them be. Solar system in its own space. I let it be. This earth, the oceans, the land masses, the mountains, the rivers, I let them be in their own space. People in general, not intimately connected to me, I have no problem letting them be in their own space. People I am associated with, do I let them be in their own space? Or am I demanding that they be different? Do I have an agenda for them? Right now, can I drop that agenda in the light of what I want to understand, in the light of what I understand? I see that what is cannot be changed. What is a fact. Resisting a fact cannot change it. If I accept the fact, I can act to bring about a change. That's not precluded. Non-acceptance means I waste my energy resisting what I cannot change. I understand the futility of resisting what I cannot change. I cannot change anybody in this world. Cannot change my parents, cannot change my spouse, cannot change my children, cannot change anything in this world. If something changes, the credit belongs to the one who changed, not to me. can I let what is be? Bring to my mind people who are intimately connected with me or were connected with me, and one by one I explicitly say, I grant you the freedom to be what you are, what you were. I retain my love and care for the person. If I want the person to change, I can pray. Prayer is an action. And after meditation, sometime I can talk to the person if I want. But right now, I just want to be myself. I can be myself if the world is not in my head. I'm unloading whatever is in my head, people, situations, past facts, future anxieties. I unload them one by one. This is how this person is. If I say, this is how this person is, that is not being objective, because I don't know everything about the person. I am making a judgment based on one facet. I am objective if I add the phrase in my perception. This is how these people are in my perception. Means I may be wrong. My perception may be wrong, maybe partly wrong. I'm willing to be corrected. Given their background, they could not have been different. This is how Ishvara is. Ishvara manifesting as the psychology of people. The invariable connection between background and behavior is Ishvara. My own hurt, my own guilt born of omissions and commissions on my part towards others, and hurt born of omissions and commissions, perceived omissions and commissions on the part of others to me. This is also part of the order, the law, the presence of Ishvara in the form of the law. I let go my resistance to Ishvara in this form. I say Namaha. I let Ishvara be. I let people be. I let my own past be. The past is not going to change. I don't want my past to hold my present hostage. If I find myself unable to let go, I pray, O Lord, help me accept my own past. If I can pray to you today, all that has happened in my life is meaningful, for it has brought me to this juncture where I want to understand you as Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam. There is nothing more I need but your understanding you. Help me to let go what I am unable to. This inability to is part of your order. Om Namaha. Om Namaha. Having acted on my helplessness, I am no longer helpless. I am objective to the world at large. Objective means no expectation, no demand, no courting, not rejecting, not wishing, not preferring, not avoiding, just being aware, like you are aware of these words. I want to be objective to my own body. Visualize your body part by part being objective. The body can be a source of complexes, like I'm fat, I'm short, I'm dark, my hair is not the right color, my nails don't have the right texture. So many complexes just based on this body. Right now, I want to be objective to the body. Visualize each part and see this is how this part of the body is. Start from top and go part by part, scanning your body. This is how this body is. I am objective to it. Now the attention is turned to the senses. Two senses that I can pay attention to now is the sense of touch and sense of hearing. Sense of touch. Aware of the sensation wherever you can feel it, like between the fingers of the hand, clasping each other, between the upper and lower eyelids, between the lips touching each other. The sense of touch as the breathing happens. Attention is not to the breathing, it's to the sense of touch. Prana Vikshanam. You can even watch the breathing, that would be Prana Vikshanam. No need to control or regulate the breath, just be aware. All my attention is drawn to just one thing. With no attempt to control. And now shift the attention to hearing. I'm not trying to hear anything. If there's a sound, it is heard. He Govind, He Gopal. Hearing takes place. I appreciate my will has no role in the hearing, no role in the sense of touch. It takes place. It is given. No desire for any sound, no rejection of any sound. When I'm home, if it's a noisy environment, this helps. I let the sounds be. No preference. Now, I shift my attention to the mind with which I have been observing everything else. Watching the mind is meditation to some. Watching the breath is meditation to some people. For us, we are not really interested in watching the mind. We are interested in recognizing the one who knows the mind. Now I even stop watching the mind. Don't ask, what should I do? I am not even looking for an instruction. I have nothing to do, nothing to accomplish, nothing to add, nothing to remove or eliminate. If something comes to the mind, I let it. If something goes, I let it. What's important, I don't engage with the mind. The mind is given. It has to bring in sounds, has to bring in touch, I just don't engage with the mind. Memories may come. Let them. Don't engage. Don't resist. I just stay, being a Sakshi, an uninvolved observer. Do I have to do anything to be an observer? Is there any will or effort involved? Can you prevent being aware? If I can't, I recognize this is inalienably me. Chit, an expression of Chit in a non-demanding mind is like seeing your face in a clean mirror. You can't see your own face, but you can if there's a clean, non-distorting mirror. This non-demanding I is where I can recognize what I am basically. Om. This is the one who chooses to meditate. We have just arrived at I, the basic person, free from all roles, all responsibilities, all preferences, free to do, free to not do. Self-evident, I. This I, me, now chooses to do a task. Use my will. Currently my free will is suspended. I now choose to use my will to do a prayer, a mental prayer, mantra japa. I make an auto suggestion to myself. If my mind moves away from my chosen occupation of chanting one mantra, I will bring my mind back to the occupation. To know the mind moves, I need a single occupation for the mind. And that is a prayerful, committed prayer, mental prayer in the form of a mantra. If you have your own mantra, you can use it. Today I will use Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant mentally. Mentally. Om Namah Shivaya. Be aware of the interval between one chant and the next. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. It's a prayer done with love. Before we pray, we can make a sankalpa. And sankalpa is for what purpose I'm making this prayer. Could be for any purpose that you wish. My wish is I want nothing but Ishvara. Om Namah Shivaya. You chant at a pace where the intervals are free from distraction. Start with a smaller interval, and when you practice over days, you can increase the interval. Count is not important, mindfulness is. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. The mind moving away is natural. No judgment, self-judgment or frustration. Bring the mind back to the chant happily. This is Abhyasa, Dhyana Abhyasa. Chant. Chant. Stop chanting with your will. Again, will is suspended. I'm just being myself. Am I comfortable being just myself? It's a window to recognize that. Now, resume chanting. This is how we learn how to use our will freely. Resume chanting. Chant mentally. Each chant is complete in itself. No need to connect to the next chant because it's the same. Breaking the normal, linear thinking pattern. Om Namah Shivaya. chant. Stop chanting. One can do this multiple times when one has the time to see how the will is available for me to use or set aside. Ability to suspend one's free will is freedom. I'm just being myself with no demands, with nothing to accomplish, no pressure, no anxiety, no concerns. If a thought comes, it comes. I don't engage. Agatam swagatam kuryat. Gachantam na nivarayet. If something comes, I don't reject it. If something goes, I don't try to hold it. Just being asanga, unengaged, uninvolved. No thought can arise except in my presence. Thought has no being independent of me. Emotions have no being independent of me, this conscious being. And I am free, free enough to have no thoughts. Can I recognize this? I am comfortable, am I, or am I not? If I'm not comfortable, what makes me uncomfortable? It has to be a thought, an idea, which popped up. Whatever pops up will vanish. Whatever comes in time goes. Events are in time. Am I an event? Do I begin? Every thought I recognize. The boundaries of this body I recognize in space. Where is your boundary? You who is recognizing the body and the mind, where is your boundary? See the answer. Where is the boundary? Is there a boundary? For you who are aware of boundaries, is there a boundary? Is there a particular shape that belongs to you, not to your body, to you? Do you begin? Or do you know of every beginning and end? Are you an emotion? Or are you the one who watches the procession of emotions? Kaladyanavachinna, not bound by time or space, but being the one who is aware of time and space. Ananta Chinmatra Murtaye, to that limitless, boundaryless Chit, awareness, which is non-separate from me, which I recognize intimately. Swanubhute ekamanaya, Swanubhuti ekamanaya, Swanubhuti ekamanaya. Mana means the proof of it is myself. Namashantaya tejase. This namaha is not a namaha seeking anything. It's a namaha of gratitude. A namaha which is an appreciation of what is. Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham. This is what I am, even when I play roles. Roles come and go. I remain unchanging, undisturbed, unaffected. Asangoham. Uninvolved I am. Asangoham. I see this repeatedly. Asangoham. Punaf punaha. Satchidanandarupoham. Ahamevaham. Avyayaha. Avyaya means unchanging. Aham. Ahameva. I remain the same. Hearing, I am the same. Thinking, I am the same. Doing, I am the same. Not doing, I am the same. Not thinking, I am the same. I am unchanging presence. Satchidanandarupoham. Ahamevaham. Avyayaha. Aham. I. Ahameva. Remain myself with all the costumes of rules. Aham. Ahameva. Roles don't affect me, the basic person. Ahamevaham. Avyayaha. Om. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.